All right. Well, today I am working on my ATV. I have the 99 Yamaha bear tracker, and I was getting it all ready, because deer season is upon us, and I'm making a hunting trip just in a few days, and wanted to make sure this thing is running good. Then I started running into problems. I got this thing finely tuned. It cranks right up. It's running great, but I couldn't get it into reverse. Finally got time today to work on it. In the meantime, I looked it up last night, and there's actually quite a few guys that have had this problem with bear trackers. And what was the one before this? The Big Bear? Oh, I can't remember. This is a 99 and up to even a 2004. And a lot of guys are having the same problem. Sometimes it would be in reverse. It was hard to get in reverse. Sometimes it'd be in reverse and it'd be stuck, and they can't get it out of reverse and all that good stuff. So, and some of the responses, well, you just got to, crack it open and look at the gears, and could be a clutch problem, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me show you what I found. So you can see I've already loosened everything up, but here's the handle. It's supposed to pull up on this thing and then just, rock it back and forth. Backward would be reverse, forwards this way. And what I decided to do, you can see here's the linkage going to the gearbox. I'd already taken it off, and well, let me put it on here just to show you what I'm doing. And this might not solve everybody's problem. I just want to give you an idea of what I was thinking when I wanted to troubleshoot this thing. So when everything's snugged down, I was like, well, I don't know. Is it in the gearbox or is it over here? So I disconnected this arm. So now it's not connected to the gearbox, and I still had the problem. So, alright, so we know what's up here somewhere, right? So I took everything off. Oh, don't want to lose my hardware. So you can see when I'm pulling up on the lever, and it's still not wanting to move. So it's got to be something in here, right? I peeled this back, this little boot, and you can see all the corrosion that's under here. And this I'd already loosened it up. It was tight like that, and you can see that little bar that's moving up and down. It's not clearing that post, right? Can you see that? So it's like it's locked into place. Let me loosen this up. So I'm just trying to give myself some leverage here so that I can pull this up. Now it clears it, right? And there you go. So some guys are getting it back here and then having trouble getting it back into forward. See, it's still stuck. So I'm having to jiggle this around again. There we go. So the bottom line is I'm going to take this off, completely off, get rid of all the corrosion, oil everything down, get some WD-40 up here, so this thing will move properly. And I need to check too. I'll probably go under here and see what it looks like. This thing is spring loaded, right? And hopefully after I clean it up, it'll be pulling up enough where I can go back and forth much easier, right? So instead of just going and directly going straight to your gearbox and thinking it's something with the gears or a clutch or something like that, man, just check all your linkages. I mean, this thing's old. You can see it's been through it, right? It's a 99. I don't think this has ever been looked at before. but you can see all the corrosion. So let me take this, get it all cleaned up, and we'll see what happens. So peel all that off. Yeah, look at all that rust and corrosion under there. So that's why it's hard to get in reverse. It's totally in the switch here, in your lever. So let me get some WD-40. I'm going to clean all this stuff up, make sure it gets down into the spring here. Then I'll take all this off, clean all this stuff up. There's a little ball bearing right here that's totally rusted out too. See it? Right there. So that should do it. All right. Let me get a brush and some WD-40, and we'll see how it works after it's cleaned up. All right, so I've got it all cleaned up. All WD-40's on it, so now you can see that little lever. Can you see it in there? So it looks like there's plenty of clearance now. That ought to do it. And I'm going to put a little more WD-40 just for good measure. And let's put the boot cap back on. Let's get it all secure and make sure it's gonna operate correctly. And let's get the rear bracket on too. There we go. And I believe that's got it. But that's it. Goes right into reverse. And back to neutral. Alright, so any of you guys out there with a Yamaha Bear Tracker, or even the next model's up, the one behind it, I forget what they're called. It was the Bear Tracker, there was the Big Bear, and I can't remember the model numbers. But they have that same linkage for the forward and reverse there on the side. And so any of you guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're having trouble, getting in reverse or stuck in reverse or something like that, I just wanted to show you how I troubleshoot stuff. I disconnect stuff to isolate the problem, right? And then you start digging down. Just don't go straight to the gearbox. Don't make any assumptions. Just try to isolate the problem first. And in this case, it was in the lever itself. There's just a lot of corrosion in there. I cleaned it off, oiled it down, and it's working like a charm. So, well, that's it. So, as always, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.